Hi, I'm Dan Fielding. I'm the Chief of Staff for Turn to Starboard, and I'm also a Yachtmaster instructor. So Turn to Starboard is a veterans charity that take veterans out sailing, let them experience the water, and it's therapeutic in itself, just being in the water and chilling out. We also, if people want to go further within their sailing careers, we also offer our AA courses right up to Yachtmaster offshore, so it's pretty fun getting there. It gives you a new lease of life. It gives you a purpose, sense of belonging. That's what Turn to Starboard is. Especially if you come from where you don't believe that you're worth it, or you don't believe you can do. The challenge for the start is actually that you are worth something to someone. What Turn to Starboard does, without the sailing part, is creates an environment where you can feel part of something again, supported and nurtured within whatever you're doing. I'm from personal experience of locking myself away for a long time and being a complete recluse and no good in society or to myself. That part of picking up the phone and making that first step is the biggest step in the world. It's the hardest step in the world. But as soon as you've made it and come down here, when I came down and walked through those doors, I wondered why I didn't do it years ago. It's like walking back into something familiar, something that you know. It's tangibly familiar. You can feel it when you walk in. I've got hairs up the back of my neck now, just thinking about the day that I walked into the office when the old office was just down the road. And because then once you're here and you're supported, you have that network around you, it's okay to not get it right straight away. You don't have to be great and good at it. You don't even have to want to be a sailor in the future. If it just gets you down here, gets you on the water, and then gets you to go work in a bike shop because you like bikes, if it's giving you the power to do that, then we've absolutely done our job. But yeah, having that autonomy that you can go off and do it your way, this is what we're trying to achieve, and it's achieved in that way without the micromanagement, without things like that, and just the guiding. And it's okay. Best thing is that it's okay to not get it right. You don't have to get it right first time or second time. It's a journey. We're on a learning curve. And sometimes the learning curve's steep, sometimes it's nice and shallow, but it's always very, very supportive. So probably my most memorable part of my journey, and actually where it really clicked for me, is when I was asked to go help out on someone's day skipper week. And I was still quite fragile at the time, so lots of self-doubt. Even I was walking down the pontoon, and Tamsin had said to me, just see if he can sign some bits off, give you any pointers. And I was so petrified about someone just judging me in any way, or testing me in any way, or saying, oh, well, actually, you're not that good at this. And so I was completely petrified of failure. And I went out on that week, and unknowingly to me, I was getting tested as a day skipper, and I passed at the end of that week. But walking down, because I nearly turned around and came back, I said, look, Dan, it's okay if you don't get it right, and it's okay if you fail. I gave myself the gift of being able to fail. Well, I suppose at the time I probably still didn't like myself or know that I did, but I gave myself that. And then when I got off and I'd passed, I was like, wow, I am good at something, I'm okay at something, and it does feel, I can actually really feel it right now. I am good at something, I can do it. This is a real start of this journey. I don't need to go back. You can't sail backwards, right? I use that all the time, so I don't ever want to go backwards. And you'll be sailing fast and everything will be going right and everything's trimmed well. That's great if your life's like that. When you start feeling that it's going slow or sails are flapping, you need to check in on wherever you're at, adjust them bits, because it won't always be perfect. But you always know where you can adjust it, or find out where you can adjust it and carry on. Challenges for me are sort of working out how people need the instruction, need the time, need the space, because everyone's different, and everyone's within the veteran community is mental injuries, physical injuries, just the uniqueness of not being in the military anymore is quite complex, and everyone's very different in that. So yeah, the challenges there are balancing things, even learning how to do something physically when you haven't got all your limbs, and having to reflect on that and how to teach people how to do that. But also equally, it's completely opened my teaching, my view on how able people are. So people are very able with loss of limbs, loss of themselves. It's wonderful to see. So yeah, challenging bit, but a rewarding challenge. I could probably get on a yacht somewhere and deliver it, or be a full-time skipper of a nice boat down the Caribbean somewhere. And that'd be probably really nice for sending pictures home and postcard. But the minute that I get up out of bed and want to come to work, I want to come to work, whether it's an office week, whether I'm teaching theory in the classroom, out on the boat doing comp crew right up to yachtmaster, them bits of rewards, and it can be throwing it down in November and it's absolutely horrible. But you watch someone that's been learning to do something and it's not quite clicking, then it clicks. And you see that on the face. Well, you know what? You might as well be in Caribbean even in middle of November here. That's what it gives you. It really does. Because we've got so many veterans that need us. We need another boat. We need the mooring fees for that boat and the running costs for that boat and the fleet that we've got now for the maintenance. We do so much, it's really hard for us when we have to say, I'm really sorry you can't come today. We'll have to get you down in 6 weeks, 8 weeks. The veteran needs you now. Turn to Starboard gave me the courage to go off into the industry and stand on my own 2 feet. It was really nice that it was amazing, because it is a family, and when you become part of the fold, you've never not got your Turn to Starboard family.